But if there is any prophet in history, the God of Islam gave him the option to use a cow to resurrect people from death?
No, only for that incident.
Only Moses. But if you read with me here, it says, كذلك يحيي الله الموتى, and this is how Allah he resurrects people from death.
Okay, let's go. كذلك الله يحيي الموتى in the same verse.
Yeah.
Okay. كذلك الله يحيي الموتى, the one who was on the same incident.
No, but he is confirming that Allah he used cows to resurrect people from death. This is how Allah he resurrect people from death. So the way for Allah to resurrect people from death is cow.
It doesn't say that.
It's in front of you.
There is no. Okay, now I'm saying there is no verse besides this verse which is close to the incident.
Yeah.
That people will be resurrected by throwing cow meat on them. It does not say that. It was about the incident. That's the miracle happened. وَكَذَلِكَ اللَّهُ يُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى. That it wasn't about the holy cow. It wasn't something holy in it. It was a condition for the test, and then the miracle happened by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
All right, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to ask you, the whole point of this is to discover a crime and the mystery of a crime, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your prophet was accused that he stole a piece of clothing. And the one who accused him, it was the companion of Allah, prophet. And I think you know what I'm talking about. So
can you bring the hadith?
Yeah. Actually, this is not a hadith. This is a Quran.
Oh. A verse. Oh, okay. Yeah. Bring the verse.
Chapter 3, verse number 161, where the prophet, he took a piece of a cloth, which is from the booty, and a bunch of companion of Prophet Muhammad. They accused him that he stole it, and then Allah wanted to defend him, so he said it's not for a prophet to steal.
Okay, I'm gonna open the verse that you mentioned. Surah An-Nisa. It is Surah An-Nisa, correct?
No, chapter 3, verse 161.
Chapter 3 is going to be Al-Imran. Sorry.
Yeah.
Al-Imran verse, if I may.
161.
161. Okay. Okay. It's about the guess and the conjecture that the companion said. ونزلت وما كان لنبي أن يغل ومن يغلل يأتي بما غل يوم القيامة ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. ونزلت لما فقدت قطيفة حمراء يوم أحد فقال بعض الناس in conjecture, not confirming, لعل النبي أخذها. Then the verse have been said that it's not the Nabi that who took it, confirming that he didn't took it.
All right.
That doesn't mean that the Nabi took it and they had the conjecture and then he returned it. Doesn't mean that. It's erasing, denying that what they thought of. ونزلت لما فقدت قطيفة الحمراء يوم أحد فقال بعض الناس لعل. You see, there is a conjecture. لعل النبي أخذها وما كان وما ينبغي لنبي أن يغول. Confirm from Allah.
What يغول mean? يغول mean to steal, right?
Yes. I know, brother. But okay. Let me get it in the same context so that you can understand me. لعل النبي أخذها in conjecture وما كان ما ينبغي. Allah is confirming that it shouldn't be for a prophet that he can take something out of war. Yaghul is the riches of the war that you.
No, Yaghul mean to steal. Yaghul mean to steal.
I know. Yeah, but what happened back then? It was a war. Then they left their goods, and the prophet and the companions gonna take these goods. And they thought that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he took something. We think so. That's why it said لَعَلَّ النَّبِي لَعَلَّ. It's not confirming. It's a conjecture thing.
Hmm.
وما كان لنبي أن يغل. There wasn't for a Nabi, for a prophet, that he takes or steals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala denying that a prophet will make that steal.
All right.
يخون في الغنيمة فلا تظنوا به ذلك. I do not believe that who some of you have said that in conjecture, he didn't take it. So that confirms the denying of Allah of this stealing.
Wonderful.
And it was in conjecture, not in confirming way. Yes.
Okay. All right. So the reason actually I mentioned this to you, because in the case of Moses, when the guy got killed, Allah was willing only to resurrect a person from death so they can find who is the criminal. Why Allah don't do the same in the case of your prophet? Because if you read the verse with me, the verse actually confirms many things. Confirm that Allah do not know who took it. The verse did not prove that Muhammad did not take it. And the verse, it might be made by Muhammad himself, because now it says it's not for a prophet to do something like this. But who is the one who took it? If Allah is God and he is all-knowing, all what he need to say, well, you know what? Go to the house of etc. person, go to his drawer, go to the room, etc., and you will find the piece of a clothing missing there. So Allah, he failed to find the thief. He failed to prove that Muhammad is not guilty. And actually, and this is mean Muhammad is not a prophet, because how Moses, his God, according to your story, was able to resurrect a person from death just to find a criminal. But here we have a criminal, and this is a bigger crime actually, because you are accusing a prophet of God to be a thief. Correct? This is a bigger crime than a crime just against me or you. We are saying a prophet of God is a criminal. He is stealing and he is betraying. And you are the one who used in Arabic the word yakhun, khana, right? So in the tafsir you did read, I heard you. So they accuse him to be betraying them. So this is a bigger crime. So why Allah did not say, okay, you know what? I will do what I did with Moses. Moses is not better than Muhammad. I will do a favor to Muhammad and show them that Muhammad is not a thief. So why Allah could not tell us? And until now we do not know who is the one who took that piece of clothing. So what the point of this verse? Nothing. How we know that this verse is not made by Muhammad himself?
Okay. Now we can open a lot of chapters into the Quran that Muhammad didn't know about, and it is in the Quran. That's a subject for other time.
Yeah, but this is different. What I'm saying to you, how we know that this is not from Muhammad just to make himself clean, saying Allah says it's not me. But shouldn't Allah say who is the one who took it?
Okay. Now what it says, وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ, and it wasn't for a prophet that he steals. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to the companions that they had the conjecture, questioning the conjecture itself. Since you companions believe he's a prophet and you believe in that, وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ, since you believe he's a prophet and he believes he's a Nabi, then you shouldn't think of that, because you already believe he's a Nabi. وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ, just 1 minute for that.
No problem.
وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ, since you believe he's a prophet, how dare you? How could you consider in a conjecture that he stole? So it is for the companions that how dare you? How could you believe such a thing? And while you believe he's a prophet, it's going to the companions more than, okay, we have to call, but this is the guy and this is who done it, because it could be not anyone who stole it. It could be missed. It could be lost. So that's why it can be lost. So there is no one stole it.
Yeah.
So
this is a very good answer. Actually, I like what you said. You just said it could be that it's not Muhammad who stole it. It could be, but it could be it is Muhammad who stole it. So now the verse in front of us, you are assuming, because you are a believer, that okay, Allah he said, so Muhammad is not the one who took it. But if the one is talking is Allah, shouldn't Allah say to us to clear Muhammad with no doubt that he is not him who took it? Is it hard for Allah to mention a name of a person so we can find him, we can punish him, and nobody will accuse the prophet? Because as you see now, 1400 years after, and I am asking you, what is the proof that it is not Muhammad? You give me a verse saying it is not for a prophet to do that. But who said first he's a prophet? He claimed to be so. Secondly, who said that this is God talking to him? He claimed to be so. And now if I go to the court, Mr. Kareem, and if you are a judge and I'm accused to be a thief, and then I say to you, my God told me to tell you there is no way for a Christian prince to be a thief, you will laugh at me. Do you agree? You will say this is not
Okay.
a, you say, what, this is not the proof. I say to you, my God told me to tell you, and here will go a verse from me, which is God gave me, Christian prince is not for a Christian prince to steal. How that can clarify an issue like this? What is the evidence? So how come in the case of Moses, and you are the one who mentioned it, in the case of Moses, Allah, he describe a cow, bring the cow, slaughter the cow, it have to be a specific kind of cow, beat the guy come back from death, he speak for a few minutes, and then he die. He just told them the name of the guy who killed him, and he died. Here, the story is very simple. A person, he took a piece of a clothing. Allah and Muhammad, they fail to clear the reputation of Muhammad, for until now we do not know who took the piece of a clothing. What do you think?
Nice. So is there the verse? Is there a confirmation someone stole?
As I said, the verse says it's not for a
The verse.
prophet to do so. It's not for a prophet. But what is the proof?
Thank you.
What is the proof?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So the verse doesn't state someone stole, and it wasn't Muhammad, and there shouldn't the prophet steal. It wasn't that. It was missing. تفسير الجلالين ونزلت هذه الآية نزلت لما فقدت قطيفة حمراء, the red clothing.
Okay.
When it got missing, some of the فقال بعض الناس لعل, even conjecture, not confirming, لعل النبي أخذها. So Allah directs his speech to the companions, since you companions believe he was a prophet. ما كان النبي أن يغل. It wasn't for a prophet, for a Nabi, that he steals. So it is hitting the conjecture more than that Muhammad is not he's the culprit. So it was lost, not in the sense of stole. Someone stole.
Yeah,
You
but
see what I mean?
but here what I'm saying, look, I understand that you are a believer and you are trying to convince me of what, but you are repeating the same thing. Remember, first of all, we are talking about a piece of clothing, and then we have God who created this whole universe is involved now. Shouldn't Muhammad, first of all, have no companion? I mean, what kind of companions? They accuse their prophet, the best man of them, that he steal. You see, imagine if Peter accused Jesus that he is a thief. Imagine that John accused Jesus that he steal a piece of clothing. Imagine that any of the disciples of Jesus, they accused Jesus he stole iPhone. That will be a very horrible thing, because if the companion accusing their best man to be a thief, then we need to ask ourselves what kind of a group they are, and why the prophet was even a suspicious person by his own followers. Those are not the Jews, those are not the Christians, those are not the enemies, those are the companions who just came with him from war, accusing their best leader to be a thief. And I don't want to be offending you, but it appears like all of them, they are thieves, and now they are fighting over a theft. And now the God of Muhammad, he failed to prove that Muhammad is not a clear, and all what Muhammad he came to us with, Allah told me, it's not for a prophet to steal. Let me ask you, is it okay for a prophet to lie?
Okay, can I address what you just said before the question? Thank you. So you say there was an accusation. Can you find that accusation in the tafsir?
You just told me the accusation. No need. That's it. I agree with you.
Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you what.
No, actually, I agree with you. No problem. I know all the tafsir. But
yeah, nice.
But doesn't change. But doesn't change anything. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm going to tell you why it does change a lot of things.
All right.
Does this switch to other front of the camera? Can I switch it?
If you want, you can tell me what interpretation you want, and I can. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's tafsir. Okay, let me get
Al-Jalalain. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in تفسير الجلالين.
Yeah.
ونزلت لما فقدت قافيته الحمراء يوم أحد.
Okay.
فقال بعض الناس. Someone have said. لعل. So لعل is same as an accusation. Accusation will be the prophet took it. But لعل is might be. So there's a difference between an accusation and a conjecture. And in the bounties of war, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, there is a percentage for him, and there is a percentage for the Muslims. It will be divided between them. And Muhammad ﷺ does have a percentage for him from the goods of the war. So they saying maybe Muhammad took it for his percentage.
Yeah, let me. I have a Jalalain. Just to switch the camera to yourself. I have a Jalalain in front of me. It says,
Go.
ونزلت لما فقدت قطيفة حمراء يوم أحد.
Yes.
فقال بعض الناس لعل النبي أخذها وما كان ما ينبغي لنبي أن يخون الغنيمة. But that will not change anything. The Nas are the people of Muhammad.
Brother. فلا تظنوا. So the difference between conjecture and accusation.
Yeah,
so
my friend, this is the tafsir. The tafsir accuse already says it is the prophet. Maybe the prophet he took it. So the Muslim, they put in their mind that it's highly possible that Muhammad is the one who took it. They did not say there's no way. And as you see, the story became so serious to the point Allah himself is involving in the story.
Yes.
All right.
Addressing who in the verse?
Addressing you.
No, addressing the companions. وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ.
Exactly, addressing you. I mean, addressing you, the Muslims, the companion. But that's mean the companion is the one is accusing the prophet to be a thief. If you say to me, they are not confirming you, or what you are saying to me, they are not confirming that he is. For sure, they did not see him. But the question is, what kind of companion, even they will think for a second that their prophet, he will betray them and he will steal. Why do you think about him in such a way?
Thank you. That's what I meant. It is addressing the companions. You already believe he's a prophet. And it doesn't fit a prophet to steal. How dare you to think of that? So was addressing the companions more than making Muhammad, no, he didn't steal, this is the culprit.
Yeah. Yeah, so but still you are not, my friend, you are not answering, you are just agreeing with me. It's not for a prophet to steal. Who is the one who accused him, saying maybe the prophet stole it? You know, even your tafsir saying yakhun, you know. I have a Jalalain. You do not need to show me, by the way. I have Jalalain in front of me. You can switch the camera to yourself.
It is there. No,
I can see it. Here we go. I can put it for you. I can give you the link too. I have the link. My friend.
Yes.
Yeah, it says Yakhun. So the companion accusing their prophet that he betrayed them. This is a very ugly accusation from somebody believing Allah and His Messenger, and that this is telling us that those believers, they are not a high quality people, because what kind of people accuse like now? Kareem, let us say you are with your prophet. Are you going to think for a second, and there's something missing in your house, are you going to think for a second that the one who took it is your prophet? Be honest with me.
Brother, before we head to that, is there a difference between accusation and conjecture?
Doesn't matter. They thought about him as a possible suspect. He is a possible suspect.
Brother, why do I say that? Because there is a difference between Muhammad took it, then accuse him, and the accusement is not in the Tafsir Jalalain even. فقال بعض الناس لعل, it might be, and Muhammad already has a percentage in the bounties of war.
Why Muhammad he have a percentage of the bounty of war?
Because he's a prophet.
So what if he's a prophet?
He's the one who he's the one who splits. Yeah, he's the one who splits the bounty of war between Muslims and him.
How much?
Because he's a prophet.
How much?
There is a percentage. I don't recall the percentage.
Al-khumsu lillahi wa rasuluh.
Nice. The bounties of war. I think the bounties of war.
So how you do not know? Come on, my friend. Come here. You know. So why Muhammad will take the fifth? Isn't it this is too much?
Nice. So the prophet. No, it's not about too much. What is the fifth? It's nothing. The fifth.
What do you mean? From every $5, he would take $1. So if we go to war and we are 10,000 soldiers and we make 100,000 soldier, That's mean every soldier of them, he will get $10. You know, if we make a 100, every soldier would take $10. After Muhammad, he take his percentage. So
Yes.
the fifth of 100,000 is $20,000. So the Prophet
Okay.
will take $20,000 and I will take $10.